What an opportunity I have right now to help you guys develop more resiliency. If we are worried right now, we're not in the right place to be able to make ourselves better. If we are worry warts and we're looking at the news too much and we're scared, we are not making ourselves better. So like last week when I was talking about how if we're focusing too much on the news, we're focusing on things that a lot of things we can't control right now. So I want to be able to teach you guys how to become more resilient today. And resiliency comes with putting in some work. So I hope you guys have your notebooks and are ready to just start writing down some things that you can become more resilient starting today so you can become the best athlete you can be by the end of this quarantine. And literally underneath the title of resilience today, I said how we're going to jump out of this quarantine stronger than when we came in. Because it's possible, people, and I'm going to teach you how today. So before I get into that topic too much, I wanted to give a little shout out to the previous topics I've talked about during this quarantine. One of them is the 5 ways you can work from home. And that is something that you can find on my YouTube channel. And also the 5 hitting drills you can do without much equipment. So those are previous lives that I've done, and I've edited them and I've put them on my YouTube channel. So if you just type in Ashley Burkhart Training, you can find those videos. And those are previous lives that I put together for you to be able to come out of this quarantine better than when it started. And today we're going to go into specific things that you can develop your resiliency muscle with me today. Before we get into the topic again, I want to talk about the fact that we always start with positivity, right? And I am so stoked that we are halfway into the $7 quarantine program. If you guys didn't know what this was, we have 13 athletes, 13 members of the $7 course, and every single day they're given a 30-minute prompt to go and do to either develop physical strength or mental strength. And I can literally see them, like from the beginning to where they are now, they're already more confident athletes in themselves because of the work that they're putting in on their physical and mental game. So if you guys want to join, it's super easy. Just head to ashleybtraining.com and you can join us. Even though we're like starting the second week, this course is going to be up forever. So whether you start today or not, it's 14 days and you also have bonus content, you have drill content, you have all these things that you can work from home. So I am so excited, and that's my positivity of the day. So we have 13 athletes that have joined us and that are hanging out with us and becoming stronger physically and mentally. So I am stoked about that. That's my positivity of the day. One final thing, I'm also bringing back virtual hitting sessions. So I tried these out a few weeks ago. We did like every single Friday. And like tons of athletes across the country were like joining me to do virtual live hitting on Friday nights. And so I decided I'm going to bring those back. So that's my other positivity. Those are coming back this Friday. We're going to work from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern from your home. So if you have balls and a net and a tee and somewhere to hit, you can hit with us and you can hang out and work on developing your power and then your strength as well with us. So that's going to be fun. If you don't know how to journal, we also journal a little bit about like what we learned from the session. So we're doing that this Friday. Again, if you want to join, ashleybtraining.com or just DM me, I'll send you the link. And I'm so excited that these are coming back on Fridays. I know some athletes have already signed up and they're just as excited as me. I love putting together workouts to be able to make athletes be able to work from home and feel like dang good that they just accomplished something amazing. So that's happening this Friday. Super stoked. Some of you guys that are on here are already signed up and I cannot wait to see you. With that, let's develop some resilience. So first of all, I need you to own up to something that you're not very good at right now. Okay? Everybody has something. And obviously, like, because this is a softball platform, like, I want you to think of something softball related. So maybe it's the backhand. Maybe it's hitting the inside pitch. I need you to figure out what right now are you not that great at in the sport of softball. And this is where some people are like, they don't like to own up to their mistakes, but I'm telling you, the most elite athletes in the entire world, they own up to their mistakes and they make sure that that's like the first thing on their checklist during this quarantine. The best athletes right now are figuring out how they can get better at that one thing that they struggled with last season or that they just know that they're not that good at right now, but that they can be by the end of this quarantine. So I need you, this is number 1, figure out what it is that you're not that good at yet in this sport and make sure that you're spending every waking minute that you possibly can or every spare 30 minutes that you have at home after you do your homework or whatever to go focus on getting better at that one thing. Because I'm telling you right now, if you do that, and when your season does end up happening, which this too shall pass, like Hannah Huseman said today, this too shall pass, it will. And when you do have a season to look forward to, don't you want to be better at that one thing you struggled with? Don't you want to show your teammates that you put in the work this quarantine and then you come back even better? Like, why not? So I need you to own up, first of all, own up to something that you're not that great at, okay, in the game of softball. I will tell you right now, I remember going into my freshman year of college, and the low and outside pitch made me want to vomit. I hated the low and outside pitch so much. And quickly, because these pitchers are smart, they figured out that I don't like that pitch. And guess what I kept getting thrown? The low and outside, the low and outside, the low and outside. And if I didn't make a physical adjustment to being able to hit that low and outside and end up loving the low and outside, I wouldn't have done anything with that pitch. I would have been eaten up my entire 4 years, and I wouldn't have even grown at all or become hitting 400 my senior year and playing pro. That would never have happened if I didn't make that adjustment. So you have to own up to the thing you're not that good at right now and make it better, okay? Find a way. There's tons of videos on YouTube. There's tons of drill content on your favorite platforms. I will lead you to the people to help you with your swing. I will lead you to the people that will help you with defense, which, by the way, I love the swing and I have a lot of content already. So if you want, just ask me. Like, say, hey, I need to work on this. And I guarantee you there's something that I've created or built content-wise that I can just send you. So right now, like, I want to give you whatever it takes to help you get better. So if you choose something that has to do with hitting, reach out to me. I will give you all the things that I've already created, okay? Or I will lead you to something that can help you, okay? That's my goal. That's my mission for you. Now, because you're going to make that thing your strength, I also want you to think on this level. So number 2 on how to develop resilience is this. So I want you to think of your favorite athlete of all time, okay? Favorite athlete of all time. Ready, go. For some reason, Tiger Woods just came to my mind. And maybe it's because he won the Masters last year and that's all they were playing on the Golf Channel this weekend. But I want you to think of that athlete that you were thinking of right now. Think of that athlete and think about, how do you think if they were given this quarantine and they're still playing, or if they were at this time and this quarantine happened, what would they be doing right now? What would they be doing? Do you think they would be sitting on the couch being lazy, flipping channels, losing all their muscular strength that they developed? Do you think they're staying inside, they're not even going outside on walks right now? Do you think they're just like only focused on themselves? Do you think they're reaching out to their teammates? I want you to think and imagine, like play imagination right now with what your favorite athlete of all time is doing, and I want you to try to be them today. I want you to try to do something that you think they would be doing today. If you think LeBron James is somehow getting his shots in, figuring out, hopefully he probably has like this gym in his house, and not everybody has that. But at least in Indiana, I know a lot of people that have baskets like outside. And I'm talking about basketball because I just mentioned LeBron James. But like, if you think of a softball athlete, what do you think Monica Abbott's doing right now? Do you think Monica Abbott is not pitching a lick during this quarantine? No, she's an Olympian. So how would an Olympian react to this situation? Olympians are finding creative ways to still work on their game and probably making their weaknesses their strengths right now, like I said before. So I need you to think, what would so-and-so do right now? What would they be doing? And I need you to be that person today, okay? Think Anthony Rizzo's not taking any hacks this quarantine? No, he definitely is. Do you think that LeBron James isn't shooting free throws or working on his physical strength or finding out what kind of workouts he can be doing from home and doing them at his home? Absolutely. And yes, I know that these athletes are multi-millionaires and that they have all this equipment at their house, but imagine if they were in your situation and they're your age and they have what you have. Just because you don't have millions of dollars and all of this training equipment at your own house doesn't mean that you can't figure out a creative way to still get stronger. Figure out a creative way to still work on your hand path, to still work on your leg strength. There are so many ways where you don't need any equipment to do that. But you're gonna have to do some research because that's what these athletes are doing themselves. So that's what I need you to do. Think of who's your favorite athlete of all time. How are they going to go about this? If you were that person, right now, how are they going about this quarantine? And I need you to go do that. I need you to pull that out. What would they be doing right now? Now, the next thing, number 4. Or no, number 5. Am I number 4 or 5? I don't even know. I think this is 4. No, it's 3. Whatever. Doesn't even matter. I need you to learn something new. Okay? And this does not have to be softball related. This does not have to do with your sport. But I need you to get a little creative. So I will tell you right now that I am spending so much more time in the kitchen. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I've always wanted to spend more time in the kitchen. Like, it's been on my heart to be able to cook good meals, to bake amazing desserts for my family, trying to get my grandma's pie recipe down. Like, that has always been on my mind. It has nothing to do with softball that I want to be able to do. And now that I have all this time, like, that's where I'm spending a lot of my extra and free time, is doing that, is doing the stuff. Sorry, I'm reading a comment. I love that. Sorry, somebody was listening. But I'm doing the things that I don't normally have time to do, and that's spending time in the kitchen, because I love being in the kitchen. So you do not have to be like me and just become this, like, try to become the Betty Crocker of the world, the next one. But come up with, what is it that you want to learn? Something new. Maybe it's knitting. Maybe it's being able to create YouTube videos. Maybe it's, I don't know, like, people love TikTok right now. Maybe it's learning a new dance on TikTok. It's something to get your mind off of this craziness. I need you to go focus on that. Because I chose to spend every single day spending time in the kitchen because I love it and it's my happy place. And honestly, like, if things aren't going well with my training business right now, I will walk away from my laptop and be like, okay, what can I go cook? Because it makes me feel better. So come up with something creative that you want to learn how to do better, and just because you love it. It doesn't have to do with softball, but I really want you to focus in on that. Because think about it, like, at the end of this quarantine, I'm going to be a 10 times better chef/baker because of this. And I'm excited for that. Because I'm excited for my future family to have home-cooked meals that I make for them. Like, that, I'm so stoked when I think about that. So what can you get better at that you can focus on this quarantine and get better at, and then at the end just be like, dang, I got so much better at this thing and I'm so proud of myself. Boom, there you go. Next thing is kind of fun. So I did this inside of the $7 course that I was talking about earlier. Our athletes were given a little bit of a challenge. So I told them during one of the lives that we do every day that we're going to do a push-up challenge. So what that means is every single day, we're going to figure out, okay, first of all, how many push-ups can I do at one time? Like, some people can do 1, and congratulations, you can do 1. We're going to find out how to do 2 and 3 and 4. But if you can find your max, whatever it is, in push-ups, and I love thinking about push-ups for softball because it's one of the best and easiest strength workouts, full body strength workouts that you can do. And you are developing stronger muscles in your arms. And I'm telling you what, in every aspect of softball, you need strong arms and you need strong shoulders, especially to avoid injury. Okay? And nobody wants to get injured. So if you want to avoid that, I want you to learn how to do a good push-up. So now I'm not going to demonstrate a push-up for you. I'm literally sitting at my desk. But if you don't know how to do a good push-up, maybe you spend this time figuring out how to do a good one, and you develop a better push-up, and you do push-ups every day. You're just practicing it, okay? You're just practicing a better push-up. I found out last week when I posted on Instagram, I tagged some of my old strength coaches or friends that are strength coaches, and I said, hey, like, check out my form. Does my push-up look okay? And one of my former strength coaches reached out to me and he goes, hey, you have a little bit of lordosis in your back, a little curvature. Like, try sucking in your belly button to your spine and check your posture when you do your push-up next time. And, like, honestly, when he said that to me, I was thinking in my brain, ouch, that hurts. Like, I'm not perfect. It always hurts to know you're not perfect, right? But, like, he did that out of love for the fact that he was like, okay, well, I want you to do this well, and I want you to do this better because your posture is going to get better if you keep working on it. So guess what I've been doing every single day? Guess what I've been focusing on? A better form push-up. Working on making sure that I'm sucking in my core and that my spine is straight. Like, me doing this, I can already feel a little bit of tension in my lower back in a good way. Like, it's better. So, like, he taught me that I need to focus on that when I do my push-up. So, no, I don't want to say you have to do, like, 1,000,000 push-ups a day. But what I am saying is, if this is one of the best things to gain strength in softball, you should be practicing it every single day. Now, that doesn't mean you're doing hundreds and hundreds of push-ups. If you can max out 5 right now, I need you to do 5 push-ups every single day for this entire week. And start with 5. If you can do 5 and then you find some more time to do another 5, do another 5. Just keep doing 5 push-ups and just keep doing it throughout the day. Find times to do it. And then you'll see that next week when you do push-ups, you can then do 6. And then you keep doing 6 and you keep working on 6 push-ups and then you go with that for a week and then boom, the next week you're going to be able to do 7. And I'm telling you this because just like anything, it takes practice to get good at something. And if this is one of the best strength workouts you can do as a softball player, put in the push-ups, people. Put them in. And if, let's say you can do like 40 million push-ups and you're like, I need something else to challenge me, maybe do a wall sit, okay? Isometric strength holds, like a wall sit is isometric strength. You're not moving, but you're developing massive strength. If you can only do, let's say, 30 seconds of a wall sit, do 30 seconds of a wall sit whenever you can find time, maybe a couple times a day, and then the next week focus on 31 seconds. And then the next week focus on 32 seconds. Or put it up 5 seconds every time you try. Just do something that you still have to keep elevating the either amount that you do or the time that you're doing it. And I'm telling you right now, these are ways to challenge yourself because so many people are like, I need challenges. I'm not being challenged by playing softball right now or with my teammates. Here's a way you can challenge yourself. And I'm telling you what, if you have siblings or if you can Zoom call a friend and be like, hey, I'm focusing on my push-ups, I can do 5. How many can you do? You guys are helping each other and challenging each other. I had siblings growing up and I loved challenging them with physical stuff. And this is a way that you can do that and be challenged. So think about it. You can become so resilient by saying, okay, I can do 5 push-ups now, but think about it. By the end of this quarantine, how many push-ups can I do? Figure out what your goal is. Maybe if you can do 5, your goal is 10. 10 at a time by the end of this quarantine. You got to put in the work to do that. That's a challenge that I want to give you guys. So that's something that you guys can do. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is I need us to be more have a fighting mentality instead of a complaining mentality. Do we all wish we could be playing softball right now? 100% yes, duh. We're all here because we feel that way. But here's the thing. Complaining is going to get you absolutely nowhere. We have to become fighters. We have to become better at something every single day. Just like I said, get great at something you're not great at. Figure out what an athlete would do, like your favorite athlete of all time. How would they be going about this? Be them today. Be them every single day throughout this quarantine. Learn something new that you've never learned before. Do the push-up challenges. These are all ways we can become fighters. And this last thing that I want you to really take hold of right now is controlling what you can control. Like I said, the news is trying to get you to think that all is hopeless and this is going to last forever. It's not. It's not. But I need you to control what you can control. And that 1 is productivity. 2 is your work ethic. And 3 is your communication. Have any of you reached out to your teammates in this time of quarantine? I hope you have. Have any of you called your coaches and asked what you could be working on during this time off? Physically called or even FaceTimed a coach and said, hey coach, this is something that I want to get better at. How can I get better at it? Or, hey coach, I want to be a better leader for my team. How can I do that during this quarantine? You can become more resilient by having that conversation with your coach. So communication is so, so key. And by the way, that has to do with accountability. So if you need to be held more accountable, then reach out to a friend or a coach and say, hey, I need some help being accountable towards getting X amount of swings a day in or getting my push-ups in, whatever it is. Ask people to help you and promise those people as well that you will help them because accountability is everything. And I said that because there is actually a YouTube video that I created. It was live from a long time ago. It's called Accountability is Everything. So if you need to become better accountability, have better accountability or be a good accountability partner for others, that's a YouTube video I really recommend you guys go and watch. You have all this time and I want to give you all the things that I have to help you become better. Work ethic was another one we talked about. And if you don't have a good work ethic right now, guess what you can be working on this quarantine to become better at? Your work ethic. And there are so many ways you can do that. You can wake up every day and write a to-do list and go about your day checking off those things off your to-do list. Your work ethic could be, hey, Before this quarantine, I was putting in, 100 swings a day. I'm going to put in 150 now. This is where you're leveling up. You're becoming more of a fighter. You're taking what you want from this game by doing the things that are uncomfortable, but you know are going to help you in the end. Also, there's a YouTube video that I did. It's called Success Doesn't Happen by Accident. Success doesn't happen by accident. You're not just going to leave this quarantine a better athlete like that. You have to put in the work like we're talking about today. So putting in the work, like all of these things we're talking about are going to be how you level up in ways that you can't even imagine. But if you do it every day, just imagine how great you're going to be by the end of this quarantine. And finally, productivity. So if you've been a little lazy, like I have, like these past few weeks hanging out, like I've been a little bit lazy doing, like I have goals. I have huge goals for you guys, and I have huge goals for Ashley Burkhardt Training. And I'm not going to lie, there have been times where I've felt a little bit lazy. So it's okay to feel that way, but I'm telling you, there are steps that you can take to have better productivity. Like we said, put down your daily checklist. But here's something that you can track your productivity with. Every single night, you go over what is something you learned today that you didn't know yesterday. What is something you leveled up in today that made you better, faster, stronger, whatever. You can reflect on your day and say, okay, these are the things that I did great today, and write down those other questions. You are now reflecting your productivity for the day, and honestly, if you say, I didn't learn anything today, well, guess what? You can learn something tomorrow and become even better. So don't beat yourself up for being lazy right now. I am attacking this right now because all of us have become lazy and we're eating snacks that we shouldn't. I'm not saying everyone, but most people are. But these are ways that you can help yourself. So if you're having trouble snacking when you shouldn't be snacking, well, your reflection at the end of the day, when you're writing down in your journal, bring this thing every time I talk to you guys, is writing down, okay, did I snack today? Yeah, what time did I snack? What did I snack on? Now, if you realize all those things are bad things you're snacking on, find some healthier things to snack on. Because we're all bored, right? And what we want to do when we're bored is snack. Well, okay, if you're going to snack, an apple's better than I almost said cheeseburger. An apple's better than french fries. And an apple's better, or carrots are better than, I don't know, that fried food you had last night. Leftovers. Like, figure out what healthy things you can be can be eating, and you're going to reflect, you're going to log, okay, what are those unhealthy snacks I was eating? What can I change that with? And think about it. Like, those are simple ways that you can help your negative habits become better habits for you. Okay? So I hope that helps you guys. And again, if you guys want to learn how to journal, I also have a YouTube video called Power of a Journal. And I'm giving you all these YouTubes, not just so you watch my content, but because this is stuff that like genuinely will help you. And it's on YouTube, it's free, and you have all this time right now. So maybe you become an amazing YouTuber by the end of this, and you're looking at all the ways that you can become better. And honestly, there's hundreds of hours of content. I've done lives like these every week, and they are literally me teaching you ways that help me become the best athlete I could be and make it to the professional level and coach at the college level and do all these things. And I want you to have access to all of that. So if you didn't get all of the things that I mentioned earlier, you can rewind this live. It'll be up for the next 24 hours on Instagram, and on Facebook it's up forever. But you guys can jot this stuff down. But let's just go over all of the stuff, just a reflection at the end. But one, I need you to become great at something that you're weak at right now. Okay? 2, I need you to pull out your favorite athlete of all time. Think about what they would be doing if they were in your shoes right now, stuck in a quarantine. What would they be doing? What unique ways would they be becoming better? Be getting better. 3, learn something new. And this doesn't have to do with softball. If it does, great. Like if you've never learned how to do a backhand a day in your life, or when you're running in the outfield, being able to turn your head to make a catch, maybe that's something new. Focus every day to spend like 10 minutes a day doing it, at least. Because if you're learning something new, you're already going to stand taller because you're more confident and competent in something you weren't before. 4, do some sort of a push-up challenge every single week. Focus on getting one more push-up in that you did the week before. If you can master 5 push-ups right now at a time, next week you're going to shoot for 6. And you're going to do that by this week, focusing on 5 push-ups at a time. You're going to do it maybe 2 or 3 times a day. You'll easily be able to do 6 by next week, promise. Okay? Or do a wall sit, do the same thing. Add an extra second or 5 seconds to your wall sit, and you'll get better at it. Find challenges to be able to level up in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, no, that was the push-up challenge. 5, control what you can control. Focus on your productivity. If it's not very good right now, or your work ethic's not good right now, or your communication isn't very good right now, own it, get better at it, do those things that make you uncomfortable to become better at those. Because the best athletes in the world know how to use their time. Their work ethic is second to none. And they communicate what they want, and they're accountable to what they are supposed to be striving for because they have people in their corner helping them. So understand, if you can't be held accountable for some things, make sure you have somebody on you, and it's not a parent, it's got to be somebody else that's outside your house to communicate with. Because people right now are secluding themselves, and what we need right now is communication with other people. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to get on a family Zoom call every single Sunday to catch up with my cousins all over the country. It is one of the, I never feel happier, ever, than after that call, because I get to actually communicate with my loved ones. Now, find your loved ones or your teammates or your coaches to be able to talk to you and communicate with, so you can actually make the most of this quarantine and come out of this a better communicator, if anything. I think everybody should be a better communicator. And that's one way that you can do that. And I'm telling you right now, when I mention that, if you should be talking to your coaches as often as possible, that probably scared a bunch of you. It probably scared so many of you. This was one of the tasks in the $7 course on Sunday. It was yesterday. But that was a task that I know people are nervous to do. But I'm telling you, as a coach, we want to hear from you right now. We want you to want to level up in some sort of a way. So yes, I know I'm not physically like your travel team's coach or your hitting coach, not all of your hitting coach, but if you reach out to me asking a question, I am more giving now than I ever have been, because this is a time where you need me more than anything. And coaches know that. The best coaches know that. So reach out to your coaches and ask them how you can level up in a certain way, and coaches are going to help you, okay? Not every coach might, but I know I will, and I know a lot of other coaches that are near and dear to my heart that would love to help you. And one of the ways that I want to be able to help you is, I know this $7 course started last week, and it ends, the initial course ends next Sunday. People are going to be able to have this course forever and ever, amen. So if you sign up for this course today, that doesn't mean you have to be done by next Sunday. But every single day, I give these athletes 30-minute tips on how they can level up from home mentally and physically. So if you want to join that, Instagram, that link is in my bio. Facebook, you guys can head to ashleybetraining.com, or I can also put the link in at the bottom. I will do that. I'm writing a note of it. You guys can have access to the $7 course, and I'm telling you right now, it will change your life. Okay? It is already changing lives, and it will change your life, and it will give you things to do from home. There's also bonus content for all of those who want to level up in all different ways. But I'm so proud of this course. I've never been more proud of anything that I've put out there, and I really, really want you guys to be a part of this, because, yes, this week we have 13 athletes, but I want there to be hundreds of athletes that have been changed by this course, because it will. There's hitting drills in it. There's strength and conditioning exercises, which actually I meant to mention this during the push-up part, but there's 4 workouts that are inside the course, and I'm giving the first one, the first PDF, it's going to be inside the Smash Tribe tomorrow. I'm putting it in the Smash Tribe tomorrow. So if you are a part of our Facebook group, Smash Tribe, #SmashTribe, you're going to have that actual PDF. If you're not a member of the Smash Tribe, guess what? You can be a member of the Smash Tribe. Just ask to join, and I'll click yes, okay? So you'll have access to it. But I want it to be in there because I'm going to challenge those people that are given the workout to put in your push-ups, put in videos of you guys doing push-ups or your wall sits or how that workout is from home. I want you to have access to all these things. So I'm giving you a free one bonus tomorrow inside the Smash Tribe, so make sure you're a member of Smash Tribe. This is on Facebook, by the way, if you didn't know that. Like I said earlier, there's a chance to hit with me live on Friday. I am stoked for this. I'm going to have athletes all over the country hitting with me on Friday. It's $35. It's going to be an hour of us hanging out, virtual live hitting academy. We're going to be competing like heck. Every single person that's going to be hitting with us is going to be competing. So excited for that. I love putting together workouts for you guys. It's going to be amazing. You're going to work on your power, your strength, hand whip, everything, all the gamut. It's going to be there Friday. And it's going to be, I think I have 3 Fridays set up. So if you want to buy all 3 Fridays and hang out with us every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern, do it. I'm so excited to see who's going to join us. Lastly, actually, I think that's it. That's really it. I haven't announced this yet, but let's just say it because I'm already in a good mood. Those who are Ashley Burkhart Training members, which means you have access to my membership site, access to exclusive content, cheap discounts on all of the events that I throw, a library of hitting drills, over 20 drills that you can be doing from home. All of those members, and they don't even know it yet, and here we are, I'm announcing it. All of those members are going to have access to free 30-minute hitting sessions with me every week until the end of this quarantine, and these are on Tuesday nights. They don't even know it. So those people that are already members right now didn't even know, but now do, hopefully, if they're watching. So free hitting with me every single week. This is my gift to you because you guys are some of the most loyal people that I have right now. And if you're interested in becoming a member, again, ashleybtraining.com. If you just head to the very last tab, online training, click on membership site, you can log in and become a member. And you can cancel at any time. So if you just become a member for the end of this quarantine and then you cancel your subscription because you want free hitting with me every week, that's fine. I don't care. I just know what I have to give you is so much, and you guys can get so much content from this membership site that it's crazy. So if you're interested in any of that, go to ashleybtraining.com. I'm stoked to give you all of this free stuff. Become a member of Smash Tribe so you guys can get that free workout tomorrow. It's really hard, by the way. I did it with my athletes last week when I assigned it, and I was dying. I didn't realize I put in over 300 jumping jacks, and jumping jacks will get you after 100. So that's all I have for this week. Become a more resilient you. Like, there is a more resilient human inside of every single one of us that's waiting to come out. And these are just a few ways that you can become more resilient. But I really, really hope that you guys take this stuff and use it to your daily lives from now until the end of this quarantine and see how much better you are by the end of this quarantine because you did that for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking so you guys go and do this stuff and become better softball players, better human beings, better athletes as soon as this is over. Okay, that's my challenge to you today. Happy Monday. I'm excited to see you guys next week and some of you this week hitting with me on Friday.